Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I'm back with another video. Now, before I get into this, I do want to thank each and every one of you guys that left comments on my last video. They're still very, very hard to read because it makes me emotional still talking about all of this. And I wanted to thank all of you guys that took time out of your day to listen to what I had to say and comment back to me just the sweetest, kindest things I have ever seen. Losing my mother and all of that has been one of the hardest things that I have ever been through in my entire life. And I just wanted you guys to know that you made it just a little bit better and a little bit easier to deal with all the kind comments and stuff. Like, I am so sorry that I'm not able to reply to all of these comments, but just reading them really makes me emotional. So I've been liking them. I have seen them. I read all of them. They have all been kind except for like one, and I deleted that. That is not going to be the topic of this video. There is a lot that I want to talk about, maybe not in this video because this is just going to be like somewhat of a teaser for you guys about a series, maybe not even a series, just a really long video that I'm going to be covering and talking about a whole bunch of things that happened in the whole year of 2020 that really just nearly pushed me over the edge, and I'm finally able and ready to break my silence and talk about it because it really put me in a bad headspace, and I was dealing with a lot at that time anyway. So this video is just going to be basically me giving you guys a little bit of insight as to what I'm going to be talking about in this series or this long video that I'm going to put out. I haven't really made my mind up on how I want to do it and present what I'm going to present to you guys yet. So you guys let me know your opinions and stuff down below. Do you like really, really long videos? Because if I make a long video, it's probably going to be an hour or more long. I also thought about maybe doing a live stream and going through this, because what I've done is I have crafted a timeline of events with receipts to basically explain what I was going through and who was doing it to me, and all of the people that were involved in literally trying to take me down. Now, before we get into this video, I would like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Adam and Eve. Thank you, Adam and Eve, for sponsoring today's video. Now, you guys know that I have worked with Adam and Eve for a really long time now, and there is a reason for that. They have 24/7 customer support, 90-day hassle-free returns, and they donate 15% of their profits to fight the spread of HIV and AIDS. So I love that. And right now, if you go over to adamandeve.com and use code Dustin, you'll get 50% off one item as well as free shipping to the US and Canada. Now, keep in mind some exclusions do apply. So with all that said, thank you again, Adam and Eve, for sponsoring today's video. I love you guys. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, and I know that a lot of you do, you have probably seen me tweeting out some really cryptic things lately, like a tweet about T-Trigger, a channel that used to be around that made it their life goal to take me and other people that are associated with me down. I tweeted out a picture of a group chat that they were in, basically saying that they wanted to take down Allie, Beauty True Sleuth, because ultimately it would affect myself as well as Paige and a whole bunch of other people, or so they thought, because we all worked with Gaz, Paige's husband at the time. I've also been vaguely tweeting about people and what ruined the beauty community, because lately we've heard Jeffree Star talking about Tati and James Charles and all these different people that allegedly ruined the beauty community and destroyed it. And I think that you guys are really missing a very instrumental part in what went on in this, because I believe that there was a contrived narrative, and I have receipts and details and all kinds of things to support that there possibly was a narrative. I know that there was a narrative to destroy me as well as my friends and Nick, and I intend to expose that with receipts. And I know that this happened so long ago, but for me to be able to make peace with this, I have to get it out into the open. Everyone else involved has pretty much either moved on or said their piece on it, when I haven't really got to share my side of the story and the things that I know and the things that I am privy to that would have possibly changed the way that people reacted. This is just part of what I have here. This is probably about 160 pages of information and just receipts of everything that went on at the time. This was the first draft. I have a new draft. It's probably closer to 250 pages. It includes DMs, it includes tweets, it includes things that went on behind the scenes, text messages between myself and other people that were involved in all of this. And for me to be able to move on from this and make peace with the situation where people literally tried to defame me and assassinate my character, I have to share my side of the story, because I've been a little bit vocal, but there were things at the time that I wanted to say that I just absolutely could not say out of fear of being attacked, because there was a point in time when I could not log onto the internet and make a video without somebody responding with the video, or a tweet thread, or somebody trying to dox me or do different things to me in my personal life. And it's something that I absolutely have to get off of my chest to continue to be able to do this. I know a lot of people are over all of this, they've moved on and everything, but for me to be able to move on and be at peace with the situation, I have to share my side side of the story. And I know that some people are not going to be into that. That's perfectly okay. I'm not going to sit here and beg people to listen to me and hear me out about things that happened so long ago, but this affected me so bad mentally. And all of this happened at a very horrible time. Now, you guys know I made that video about my mom, and it upset me. But this all happened at a time when I lost my sister, and I am not trying to have a pity party. I'm not trying to be like, oh, woe is me, I got dragged on the internet, wah. I'm not doing that. What I'm trying to do is give you guys insight to what was going on in my life and what I was pushed to, and how people were just so terrible and horrible to me, how there was a narrative that was being pushed, and how basically they almost got rid of me. They almost eliminated me. And just to give you guys a little bit of backstory between myself and Ashley, because Ashley Kyle is going to be a very big part of all of that, because you guys know the disintegration of our friendship. Ashley Kyle and I used to be really good friends. We talked every single day, and there was a rift that was started, and then from that a whole narrative was born. And I know that Ashley's not even on the internet anymore, and I know that her Twitter was compromised and she is no longer on Twitter, but she made that whole payroll video, and there's so much that I have to debunk what she said in that video, because that video was pretty much a nothing burger. She admitted that Jeffree Star was sending her information prior to videos going up, but I don't understand how in any capacity that could potentially help anyone. It's not like we were being sent receipts. I didn't even have communication with Jeffree Star at that time. That was not a time when I was speaking to him, because if you remember, I did not speak to Jeffree Star until right before Cremated came out. So she got to tell her side, and I think that it's only fair that I get to tell my side, and I'm gonna do that with some text messages that Ashley sent to me. The first one was a week after my sister passed away, and she was kind. I'm gonna read it for you guys, but the message that she sent me after the fact, after James Charles got exposed, after all of her apologies and backstabbing and everything, she sent me a message, and this is just one part of what I'm going to put out in this whole series or whatever it is that I'm going to put together. And ultimately, Ashley Kyle did play a major role in what is going to be going into that video, and I don't think that it was intentional on her part. I think that she was manipulated, but I do have receipts to prove that she was completely manipulated and used to get at me, as well as Paige, Nick, Rich, and everyone. And you guys know that I am the last person to defend Rich Lux, because everything that he says and does is just terrible. I have literally worked my ass off to disassociate myself from him, and still to this day people align me with him when we are nothing alike. And I have struggled so hard to get past this whole payroll narrative, and that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I am going to expose every single person, listen to me, every single person that had anything to do with the narrative that was pushed about myself, as well as many other people, about this payroll. So what I want to do is I'm going to read these text messages from Ashley Kyle now, just so you guys can get a feel of how she talked to me and what she said about me, and still continue to try to push the narrative about the payroll and how I'm an awful person, as well as Nick. So on May 15th, 2020, Ashley Kyle texted me. Now, but keep in mind, my sister passed away on the 6th, and then my dog passed away on the 15th. So Ashley Kyle texted me on the day that my dog passed away and said, "Hey, it's Ashley. You don't have to message me back, but Terrence told me about your sister. I am so sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay and your family are in my prayers. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy." And this is a sweet sentiment. I appreciated this. I think that that was really kind of her to just reach out to me, even though we had our differences at the time. And I appreciated that. But I did message her back and say, "Hi, not to start beef or anything, but I would very much appreciate you telling Sam to get her facts straight about this payroll thing. You know, I didn't even have a way to contact Jeffree until I had you message him where someone filed a bogus trademark complaint and you reached out. Also, apparently she's under the impression that I made more money than you off the James drama, which isn't true at all. You made more than double what I did, and she also thinks that for some reason I had more subscribers than you when I didn't." Now, keep in mind, Sam is no longer here to defend herself, but I do have the receipts to prove the things that she was doing, and I'm going to go super in depth about that, because Sam, here for the tea, tried to annihilate me. She literally tried to push me off of the internet. She pushed this narrative, and I'm going to expose it. I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it. But this was at a time when this whole payroll narrative was going like super strong. We had all of these drama channels coming after us, making video after video after video, harassing us. There was at one point someone that was making videos about us every single day. We sent them a cease and desist, and they would not stop. And the only thing that got them to stop was time. Now, at that time, I had every intention of going through with like maybe a lawsuit. I was even going to go as far as to press charges. I was in talks with an attorney that was in the area that this person was from, and they were ready to do it. And in hindsight, I wish I would have done it to teach these motherfuckers a lesson, but I didn't. I just literally sat back and took it. There are so many tweets and things and group chats that were going on of people saying horrible things, like literally plotting against me to assassinate my character. And I know that I don't really have to explain myself because this is from so long ago that people have moved on from it, and I haven't. I have not, because still to this day, this narrative about how I'm an awful, terrible person is still out there and alive. And I've said before with Gabby, if you're a good person, you don't have to explain yourself. But when this has happened over the amount of years that it has happened to me, I just cannot sit back anymore and just be silent. So that's what the series is going to be about. Now, there was another message that I received from Ashley, and I believe it was February 21st, 2021. And this was right after James Charles got exposed for doing what he does with messaging minors and all that different shit. So I was being really super vocal about everything on Twitter because I was like, hey, you said that you apologized to James, and you basically threw everybody else that was friends with you at the time that was calling out James to the wolves. And I was calling Ashley out on Twitter, so she messaged me this. Now, the sentiment in this is so much different than the sentiment that she had when she reached out after my sister passed away. I get that she was trying to be kind at a very hard time in my life, but this was also a very hard time in my life because that brings up everything again, and then people run with the narrative, and that narrative was not dead, and it's still not dead to this day. There are still people that say horrible things to me and Nick because of all of this shit that was said by Here for the Tea, by Ashley, by all of these different people, to Mimi, Creepshow Art. All of these people that were in the background doing all this conniving, contrived, manipulative bullshit. So Ashley texted me and said, why can't you leave me alone? I don't tweet about you. I don't talk about you. I literally mind my own business. James admitting to this is not hearsay. It's a crime. And girl, you know that James Charles allegedly committed this crime that Jeffree Star accused him of. You knew that. You believed it. I don't know what happened that made you not believe it, because No More Lies was just him hiding things in plain sight. And when we get into this video that I'm making, you guys are going to be able to see that. It is completely, in my opinion, contrived, and I have evidence, or what I think to be evidence, that would completely support that there was a narrative that I believe was created and then pushed by him, as well as other people that he is now friends with. She went on to say, like, seriously, what on earth did I do to you that makes you hate me this fucking much? I really can't imagine. I really cannot imagine what you did to me. I've asked time and time again for you to leave me alone. You still go out of your way to stir the pot. Are you that bored? Honestly, this is pathetic at this point. Just leave me the fuck alone and worry about your channel and your Twitter. I have no desire to play your stupid drama channel versus drama channel games. I don't even post shit to YouTube anymore. Like, the fuck? I actually believe in all my heart you both enjoy trying to get me anxious and upset, and that's sick. Keep tweeting about me because this is the last time I'm going to address this. Cause I'm done with this nonsense. You both are the reason the drama channel community is a cesspool. Now, I don't know why she felt so comfortable in saying this shit to me, but you guys know the truth. But she had a lot of people gaslighting her into reacting to me. And let's be for real, the whole entire time that I have been here, I have never worked on a fabricated story. I have never spread anything that was false. I have never told lies about anything that I've reported on. I've reported on things that I did not even want to report on, that I was forced into talking about because it was literally damaging my career, because these motherfuckers made this narrative up. So when I put that video out and you watch it, you'll be able to see for yourself exactly what these people did. But of course, I replied to Ashley because they ain't no bitch coming up on my phone that I pay for every month trying to fucking cuss me out. That just ain't happening. So of course, I replied to Ashley and said, to imply we're the reason the drama community is toxic is so far from the truth. Let's not warp reality. When you went on your apology tour and made it look the way you did, pandering and befriending the very people that harass us daily, literally spreading lies and accusations that hold zero truth in them, That's what you did wrong. You didn't throw us under the bus, you mowed us down with it. While you may not speak of us, the people that you pandered to still speak of your video demanding all sorts of things from me. Just last week, your friend Sam was on a live stream demanding my AdSense receipts, talking about how much money I made and that it had to be more than you, which is a lie. We both know that. And I did not make anywhere near the amount of money that Ashley made off of that Dramageddon. I think she made like $32,000 because that's all I could fucking hear about, because with AdSense, when you make over $20,000 a month, they hold your money for an additional like 2 or 3 days. And all I heard about in that time was, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Do you think they're gonna pay me? Do you think I'm gonna get my money? And I know I don't have to say this because it's really not anyone's business. And for Sam to get in a live stream and basically demand that I show the receipts of what I made at that time, how was that relevant? It wasn't none of your fucking business. Like literally, who the fuck are any of these people to demand that I show receipts of anything that I have ever made on my YouTube channel? It's not your fucking business. And as I recall, Sam made plenty of money with all the videos that she made about all these people in the past. Why the fuck was she worried about what I made? Like, why is that even fucking important? But just so you guys know, again, I didn't make anywhere near the amount of money that Ashley made. I then went on to say, also, you know that I didn't even have contact with Jefferson at that point in time either. The moral of the story is all you had to do was apologize and admit that what you did was self-preservation for you to easily throw me to the wolves, that you just didn't care about anything other than how you were perceived publicly. So yeah, you don't have to speak about me for people to speak for you, because the video you made. I thought by unblocking you and reaching out to you previously that we could possibly mend this fence. However, I see the flaw in my thinking and now realize that it wasn't me that was the problem. Have the day you deserve. And you guys, this has ate at me and ate at me and ate at me, and I'm finally ready to break my silence on everything that fucking happened. I am ready to bust this wide open and show you a side of everything that went into this whole like takedown and mass manipulation of hundreds of thousands of people with the narrative that was concocted in a group chat. And thankfully, I have all of the receipts because I took all of them at the time and I did not use them. I did call out the people in that chat, but it fell upon deaf ears because people were way too busy listening to what Ashley, Kyle, Sam, Tamimi, Creepshow Art, Edwin, all of these motherfuckers had to say, except for the people that were in the conversations, that were behind the scenes, that knew what was going on. And I'm ready to share that. So that is what the video is going to be that I'm working on very hard. There's a lot here. It's going to be a lot. There are absolutely going to be some things that you guys did not know. So if you think that Ashley Kyle's payroll video was revealing, you have seen nothing yet. Now I'm getting heated. So with all of that said, you guys, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Let me know what kind of format you want this in. Do you want me to do just one big long live stream? Do you want me to do like segments? Do you want me to break it up? Do you want one full video? But you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will see you all in my next video.